I've been training since I was a teenager, dude. I've been dreaming of this. I plan on climbing to the top one day at a time, man.
All right, Cory, we're here in Colorado. You were born and raised in Aurora, and you just are a confident guy.
Everyone here is world class. I'm a little notch above that.
Where does that come from in you?
It comes from training here my entire life, you know? Like, I can't think of a better state or a stronger pack of wolves to be raised by. Like I said, like 17, 18 years old, training with Justin Gaethje, for example, you know? Like, I remember me and Justin Gaethje training all the time way back in the day when I was like even skinnier than I am now, you know? How could you not have confidence coming from a pack of lions like that?
It definitely prepared you to make your UFC debut on less than a week's notice. Do you remember what went through your mind the most during that time?
It actually felt like really natural. I didn't have a lot of time to think about it. I was just, okay, here you go, here's another fight. And I was like, okay, sweet. But I remember walking out and just being very grateful and filled with joy that I was actually there, you know, because me coming from Grudge and Easton's and all of these really good gyms, I mean, you see cameras in the gym all the time. You see all of these guys on TV, and like it was finally my time to like have my little era in this sport. And it really hit home for me when I made that walk.
The volume that Sandhagen puts on his opponent breaks you down.
Pouring the pressure on here.
I mean, Sandhagen has just been must-see TV every step of the way, working on an arm now. Oh, there's the tap! Cory Sandhagen does it again!
All right, let's go back into the armbar by Iuri. How did you get out of that?
Oh, God, that's tight. Sandhagen is either really flexible or being stubborn right now. Look at that elbow read.
It wasn't really hurting my arm, whether it was adrenaline or I have flexible arms, I don't really know. He started punching me, and I remember the blood going into my eyes, and then things were blurry and my arm was stuck, and I was like, well, this is definitely not where I want to be. And then I was just like, all right, well, let me just like squirm around, and then eventually I figured out how to get out of it.
My goodness!
I told myself I wasn't losing this fight. You gotta kill me if you wanna beat me in here, man.
Do you feel like that was where your life changed?
Maybe not that instance. I lost my best friend when I was 18 years old. And that was kind of about when I was like really getting into martial arts and kind of figuring out that like this is potentially something that I could be really good at. That's kind of where that mediocrity went out the window. Like I watched how fast a life can come and how it can go. And I'm not down for having a life that is mediocre.
Every fight he's in is a war. Cory Sandhagen puts the bantamweight division on notice. Still undefeated in the UFC, Cory Sandhagen.
So you're facing John Lineker, a guy who has been in the top 10 of both 125 and 135, an incredibly talented fighter. How do you see this one playing out between the two of you?
I think it's probably going to be mostly standing. He's a little guy, so he has little limbs. He doesn't have much of a neck, so like submissions are going to be very hard to catch him in. But me and Lineker are going to for sure put on a barn burner. Like I really can't imagine stylistically two fighters being a better matchup. Like me being able to move, him being the hard hitter. Like it's going to definitely be one of those where it's like, yeah, who knows what's going to happen, you know?
Oh, big shot! That's it.
Cory Sandhagen living up to the hype tonight.
Where do you see a win over him placing you at 135 pounds?
If I can go out and impressively beat up Lineker for 15 minutes or however long it takes to finish him, if I can do that, I definitely think that I have a little bit of pull in like, hey, like, give me this contender fight and then I want the champ next. So that's where I see myself.